Well, ladies and gentlemen, your fat Maine mammal is back again with his Honda Insight Touring. Now, I decided to order this trunk tray. This general trunk tray is not really for this car. It's made for the Honda Civic. Supposedly, it should fit in the Insight. The Insight is based on the Civic design. I had originally ordered a Insight version, but that was a while ago when I got all my other accessories, and they couldn't get a box that was large enough to fit it. So already I can tell it seems like it's going to be kind of plasticky. So I'm going to give you kind of like a little review, and then I'm going to do I'm going to respond to a request that someone put in the comments about the spoiler, getting better shots of it from a distance, and a little more explanation for the cost and so forth involved. So we're going to do this in piecemeal. I'm going to try to pause so I can keep this in one piece because I'm not very good at putting everything together. My arm's still a little messed up, so this may take a little while to get done and over with. But first I wanted to show you this is how it came wrapped. I got the link for this I got from someone in the Insight forums saying that they had tried it. It cost me about $58. If you buy a lot of stuff from Amazon, you can get it shipped for free. They got it for like $48 or something because they have free shipping. I don't buy a lot of things from Amazon, so I didn't have it that way. So first I'm going to unwrap it. We're going to take a look at it real quick. Then we're going to clean out the trunk. We're going to put it in. I'm going to see how it's going to fit with my subwoofer in that. So hang tight and let's get to it. All right, first impressions. Well, it does say Civic on it, and if you can't deal with that, then you're going to have to order the Insight version. But I have to warn you, the Insight version is probably going to cost you over $100. I can live with the word Civic since it's going to be in my trunk. It's a bit big, bigger than I expected. And it comes folded. It's kind of very plasticky, not very rubberized. Rather shocked by that. Since it's folded, it does have like little creases in the edge when you buy it. All that will shape back up. In fact, putting it out in the sun is usually a good way to do it. But I have a feeling it's not going to be a problem anyway. None of this is permanent, based on what I can tell. I think it'll clear up. Sorry about this mess here. I think it'll clear up pretty easily. But I do think it's going to be problematic with my subwoofer, so I am going to have to look into that. But it is nice looking, you know, and it looks like it'll be just fine. I don't think it'll be any problem. We'll open up the trunk, see what the trunk... And, of course, there's the blanket for the doggy. Get that out. Okay, first I'm going to clear up the trunk, and then I'm going to turn the thing back on. Hang on tight. Okay, we've got everything out of there except the subwoofer. It's going to be a bit problematic because I'm going to have to lift the subwoofer up and put it in there on top. So I'm not going to be able to show you me installing it, but I'll show you what it looks like after I put it in. I think it's going to end up looking nice. And I'll probably keep the, you know, I don't know what you call this fuzzy crap. The felt. Nice and pretty. So we're going to get down to doing that, and we'll continue on from there. Hang on tight, guys. Okay, as I suspected, I did have to lift up the subwoofer and put it on top. It goes in perfectly. It fits absolutely perfect. Sorry about the sunlight. It goes right in the edges. I got my sub right in there, right across the edges, and fits perfectly. As long as you can deal with the fact that it says Civic on it. I think most of us can. I think this thing's going to work out pretty well. My only concern is it's not very rubberized, so I have a feeling there might be some issues with things sliding around in the trunk. That might be one of the biggest problems with this. If nothing else, though, it'll keep the trunk dry. It'll keep things from getting all disgusting and so forth, from anything wet you might put in there or moist. So I'm going to put all my stuff back in. Then we're going to close up, and we're going to do the second part of this video, which is mostly a little discussion on the spoiler. In fact, I might start on the discussion on the spoiler right now real quick, since we've already gotten this all set. This is the rear deck spoiler. I had an individual who wanted to see what it looked like at a longer distance, so we're going to get some distance away. So hang on tight, let me get a little distance. This is basically what it looks like from afar. It's got a pretty good look. I think it's a very nice design for the spoiler. I think it looks really fancy. It's a lot nicer than I had even expected when I got it. I hope this gives the person in the comments an idea of what it looks like from a distance. I'm going to try to get over to the side a little, give you kind of a diagonal look. It actually looks really, really nice. Now, when you order it, it is pre-painted, so you just need to know the color of your car. Once you do that, it'll come pre-painted. Now, I paid about $267 for it. I bought it online. I think at your dealership, you're probably going to pay about $3.50 for it. Installation is a bit of a bear on this thing. it's not a little simple installation. It does involve a little bit of work. First of all, if you look at it, and I'm going to get a little closer to it. If you look at it, you see it does have the third stop lamp on it, which means there is wiring involved. They also have to change the springs on the trunk. You know, obviously you're putting a little bit more weight, and, you know, to make sure the trunk opens and closes properly. To be perfectly honest, I think the trunk closes and opens better with the new springs and with this installed. I think it's just a better design. Now, you're talking $267 for the unit itself, and then you're talking about installation. It seems like the installation time for this thing is close to, I don't know, about 2 hours. It's a longer installation. I got kind of lucky in an unfortunate way for a dealership. Car's so new, they didn't know, and they only quoted me 1 hour for the installation. And this is a great dealership. At least they're very nice about it, and they didn't charge me for the extra hour it took for them to install it. So I think it's well worth it. I hope this distance, you know, the distance I gave gives a better idea of what the spoiler looks like. Last time I was a bit close. Some people on the forums wanted to know what it looked like. I think the trunk tray is going to be nice, but I do have some concerns about stuff sliding around in there. You know, you might want to get a little basket or stuff. That's the only negative I'm going to say about this trunk tray. It is plastic. It is not very rubberized, which is a little disconcerting. I was hoping it would be more rubberized, but I think it'll work out right. Now, I'm going to try to put a link to the link that was given to me, or at least a link to where you can buy it. Again, you'll pay about $50 less for this, for the Civic version. If you can deal with the fact that it says Civic, then you'll be much happier. Boy, I'm breathing real bad. My arm really hurts. I do apologize. I injured myself, so I'm still kind of convalescing now. I have 2 requests now. One, if you live in Maine and want to get together, I'm having an odd issue going on with my Insight. I'm not going to get into it right now until I learn a little bit more. But if you do live in Maine somewhere, and you want to get in touch with me, that's Verdier, VERDIER 400 at gmail.com. I would like the chance to drive your car, with you in it, of course. You know, I'm fully insured. My car is doing something a little weird, and it's one of those kind of weird things that the moment you show it to the dealer, it won't happen, and it's very esoteric, and I want to see if other cars are doing it. Now, the forums have pretty much given me a general negative on that, and I'm going to head over here to my garage because I want to show you something else. But I'm pretty sure that what it's doing may not be right, but I gotta make sure on that. So just so you know, I wanted to see if there's anybody out there who's willing to get together. Let me let's look back at the car. Who the hell cares about my garage? It's pretty nasty in here. If anyone's out there who has an Insight, doesn't matter what model number, it's just, you know, as long as it has cruise control, which as long as it's radar controlled cruise control, and I'm pretty sure all of them have that. If you want to get together, I'd appreciate being able to drive with you in the car for a short, a little distance, trying something out. One last thing, and this is a little bit strange on my part. I ordered something else for my car. Something else I decided not to put because I don't think it's going to look nice on the red. This right here goes on the back bumper. It says Insight right there on the edge. It's a nice piece of metal. Of course, it double sticks. Paid a pretty penny for it. They're actually relatively expensive, even at 30% off on there. I tried putting it on the car. I kind of laid it on there. And while it doesn't look bad, I didn't think it was really... I thought the car looked great without it. Personally, I think that would look good on a white vehicle. But, or maybe one of the silver vehicles and so forth. So if there's anyone interested in this, that's basically where it goes. I think it goes deep in there like that, and it hooks on there, and it's good for protecting your bumper and so forth. Anyone interested in that, make me an offer, a reasonable offer, and, we can set it up and I can get rid of it. It's not going to do me any good. It's just going to sit in my garage forever. Well, I think I might look into a few other accessories. I'm going to try to make videos on those accessories. I think I'm going to get myself some good car seat covers for the front. This other one's kind of crappy, and it kind of moves around, and it just looks stupid. So some good car seat covers for about $200 I might order and have those installed. So I might do a review on those and let you know. But final review on the trunk tray. The Civic trunk tray does fit. I will try to put a link to it probably in the comments because, well, quite frankly, I don't even know how to put them in the video, if there were even a way to do it. It's plasticky, which is fine, but you might find things are probably going to slide around inside the trunk on it. So you have to keep that in mind if you do put it in. But it's going to be good for protection, especially weather protection here in Maine. That's very, very, very important. Okay, well, this is Verdier. I'm signing off, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free. Email me. Remember, there are always the forums online. They know a whole heck of a lot more than I do. And, you know, if you guys like these videos and you have any questions or ideas, I'm more than happy to try to pass on any information I learn in the forums if you don't want to deal with that. And, you know, any information I learned from my own experiences about the car. And, you know, pass it on to you. I love this car. I can't believe it. I washed this car yesterday, and in the half mile it took for me to drive home, it got filthy. I guess that's what happens when you when you wash the car when it's 60 degrees outside and everything's melting. Well, you guys take care, and adios.